Armada Kickoff is brought to you by Community First Credit Union, Winn-Dixie, Baptist Health, Bowden Eye and Associates, Brumos Automotive, and Coastal Spine and Pain Center.
Hello and welcome into Armada Kickoff. The team is back home finally for the first time since the opener nearly a month ago, and the Armada will be looking to establish the home field advantage at Community First Park on Saturday. We'll have a closer look.
We'll also hear from Marcos Flores, who found himself playing a different position last week against Tampa Bay. We'll also hear just how that helped the Armada attack. And of course, we'll have Bob's Boot Room and the Analyst Roundtable. But we start with last Saturday's match in Tampa. The Armada will not leave the state of Florida for a match until the middle of May, but that doesn't mean that the team is enjoying the comforts of home. Matches in Fort Lauderdale and this past Saturday at Tampa Bay have lit the fuse on the Coastal Cup rivalries with the other teams in the Sunshine State. Saturday, it was a trek to Tampa Bay to face the Rowdies. Another strong showing by Section 904, who bust down to Tampa. 12th minute, Tampa on the attack. Marcos Santos gets free in the box. He's taken down by Lucas Trejo. That's a penalty, and Santos would deliver on the PK to give Tampa a 1-0 lead. Just a minute and a half later, the Armada would have their turn, however. Keita would be taken down in the box here. That's a PK opportunity for the Armada, and Marcos Flores would take it. Flores stopped by Kamil Shatafalski, but he follows it in. We're level at 1. 32nd minute now. Pascal Million gets the ball and starts the attack. His shot blocked here, goes high in the air. Now watch it ramp between two Tampa Bay defenders right to Jamal Johnson with a nifty little dink. Hits it off the post, the crossbar, and in. And the Armada have a 2-1 lead. His second goal of the year for Jamal. Second half, 59th minute, Tampa would equalize. Martin Nunez from just outside the box would draw Tampa Bay level. Take another look at it. Not much Miguel Gallardo can do on this one. He extends, but Nunez puts it right in the right spot, and it's now 2-2. 77th minute, a breakdown by the Armada defense. Georgi Ristov down to the byline, crosses it. Santos heads it in to give Tampa Bay the 3-2 advantage. Still 3-2 in the 96th minute. A wild flourish here by the Armada. They would have some opportunities. Jamal Johnson can't quite get it on target. Keita recovers it. He puts one in the middle. Scaglia with a shot that gets saved over the top. Take another look at the save made by the backup goalkeeper, Matt Pickens. It seals the victory. Tampa survives at home 3-2 over the Armada.
We show the spirit of Armada. We play away the way we play at home, and we want always to attack. And we did our best effort to take the 3 points home, but we couldn't.
We give everything we got tonight, you know. I mean, I'm part of the boys. But this is another hard feeling again to lose a game like that, you know what I mean? So, you know, I feel for everybody, you know. So what can we do?
We did a fantastic game. But football is just like that. Sometimes, you know, you don't get the luck, you know. We fight hard until to the end, until the 90th minute. But there is no luck. We try all the possibility, but, you know, the ball can go into the net. But that's football, you know. We have to keep going. This one is finished. We have to think about the next game. This one is done. We lose the game. We give everything. But unfortunately, this is football. We have to accept it and start looking forward.
And we take a look at the stats. You see just an amazing disparity in terms of shots. The Armada with 22 shots, 11 of them on goal, far more opportunities. Corner kicks, it was lopsided. Fouls are even, but boy, the final tally of 3-2 Rowdies is a tough one for the Armada to take. Flores and Johnson both with their second goals of the year.
The most recent man of the match went to New Jersey-born forward Jamal Johnson. Johnson was one of the few players who played the full 90 minutes against the Rowdies on Saturday night, and in the 32nd minute, Johnson scores to give the Armada a 2-1 lead right before halftime. This was Johnson's second goal of the season for the Armada. Here are some upcoming Armada matches you might want to write down. The Armada take on the reigning NASL champions, the San Antonio Scorpions, tomorrow for a day themed around celebrating the global game and all of its cultures. On May 9th, the Armada play Indy 11 for a day in honor of all servicemen and women. They are away on May 16th and 23rd with matches in Atlanta and Minnesota. And the Boys in Blue return to Community First Park on May 30th to take on the Carolina Railhawks. Tickets start at just $14 a match. Call 844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com. The Armada is expecting a sellout crowd tomorrow for the first official regular season match at Community First Park. As I just mentioned, this is a World Celebration Day, so fans can expect to hear international music and dollar beers during the pre-match party. Also, fans will receive free Armada Kraken tentacle sticks, first come first serve bases. Don't be left outside. Single match tickets for the day are still on sale. Tickets start at just $14 at the stadium, or call the Armada offices tomorrow between 10 and 2.
As Krissty mentioned a moment ago, Jamal Johnson earned this week's Farah and Farah Man of the Match. We've seen Johnson's performance on the field in his brief time with the Armada, and Krissty got to know more about Johnson in a rapid fire on ArmadaFC.com.
What is the most important thing in your life other than soccer?
I'd say my daughter. Even though I don't get to see her too much and very often, but because I'm over here playing football, you know, I love her with all my heart. Favorite TV show right now would probably be, although I'm embarrassed to say this, I like my Ratchet TV, so I'd say Loving Hip Hop New York. And it's finished now, so I'm devastated.
If you could play another position, what would it be?
I think I fancy myself as a little like midfielder as well, playing central midfield, getting on the ball, moving it, finding people.
What is your favorite city to visit in the world?
Other than Jacksonville, I'd say probably Miami.
If you could be any animal in the world, which one would you be and why?
Probably be a lion. Because, you know, it's king of the jungle, everyone fears it.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
I'd say passionate, sarcastic, and well, I've got a good sense of humor.
What's the toughest challenge you've ever faced?
Going back to Mac, I thought I put a lot of pressure on myself. I was kind of comfortable in England. You know, I had everything there and everyone there. But, you know, I've come over here and it's been a journey, but I've enjoyed every minute of it.
What would you do after you're done with soccer?
I'd hope to do something involving children, you know, mentoring, helping youth and youth development schemes and stuff like that. That'd be great for me personally. I think that'd be great.
This past Saturday, we saw the Armada utilize a new formation that resulted in an amazing 22 shots by the Armada. Cole caught up with Flores to talk about the new look for the Armada attack.
It's a question we've been asking for months. Can the Armada get Marcos Flores on the field at the same time as Jamal Johnson, Keita, and Pascal Million? Answer, yes. A new 3-3-1-3 formation rolled out against Tampa. And did Flores see some benefits early on?
Yeah, it was in the first half when we got 13 opportunities of goals against 3. Obviously disappointed with how was the result, but absolutely proud for what we're building.
The benefit of the formation is you get a lot of attacking, very fast players out on the pitch at the same time. It's not quite there yet, but Flores sees great potential after an already very good start.
Our dream is to play a different style of football, and we're going to keep trying. Nothing will stop us to keep trying. That is the message that I want to tell every fan and also to my teammates.
And now returning home to Community First Park for the first time in the regular season, Flores knows the importance of not only winning, but also playing well and establishing a home field advantage.
Obviously, it is important because every 3 points are important. But to playing at home is more important than ever because we play our first home here, we won. Then we have, unfortunately, the last 2 games been the result that we wanted, but we're building. It's unbelievable how we're growing each by week. So for the fans that they're going to come to watch us, we are a different team, a better team.
The moment you have all been waiting for, the polls are now closed for the Name the Kraken contest. Fans have had 2 weeks to cast their votes for these 4 names: Armando, Carl with a K, Jonesy after the founder of the U.S. Navy, and Squid Vicious. The Kraken will be released, see what I did there?
So what you did there.
At halftime during Saturday's match against the San Antonio Scorpions.
And here's a great way to get your Armada fix. The Kraken Pack. Choose one of 2 packs, 8 matches each for just $88. Both packs include matches against the New York Cosmos and the Fort Lauderdale Strikers, plus 6 other NASL fixtures. Call 844-2-ARMADA or purchase online at ArmadaFC.com. Straight ahead, we'll have highlights from around the NASL and a look at the standings after 4 weeks of matches.
And Bob Veal joins us for Bob's Boot Room. Stick around, more Armada Kickoff is straight ahead.
All right, here's a great way to see all the action the rest of the way. In fact, it's the only way to see every Armada match remaining. Season tickets are still available. They'll be prorated for the remaining matches. You get invitations to special season ticket owner-only events, and the best price anywhere. Tickets start from just $10 per match. Call 844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com. There have been some remarkable goals scored already this year in the NASL. Jamal Johnson's 12 seconds into the home opener. Last week, a game winner from 45 yards out. And this week, well, see if you can pick out the goal of the week as we go around the NASL. We start in Ottawa, where the Fury hosted Fort Lauderdale. Strikers going north of the border for the second week in a row. Strikers already playing without injured starting goalkeeper David Mevis, and in the first half, backup goalkeeper Joe Nasco went down. They had to turn to their third keeper, and what a performance turned in by Lionel Brown. Just terrific. Here in the 41st minute, here was earlier in the match. Terrific performance, so left and right here by Lionel Brown. Wasn't expected to play, maybe not all year, but boy, he was called on and performed for the Strikers. Here's the 41st minute. Jose Angulo tucks one inside the post. Strikers go on to a 3-1 victory. Atlanta visiting New York. Cosmos look like the best defensive team in the entire league. They allowed only one shot on goal, had only 6 of their own, but leave with a 0-0 draw. Both the Silverbacks and Cosmos get a point out of this one. It was a rainy, raw day in Indianapolis. Indy 11 hosting the Carolina Railhawks, just 46 degrees at kickoff. Didn't seem to bother the home team, though, early on. Here in the 6th minute, Indy's Daniel Scott puts Indy 11 up on top as he taps one in from the 6-yard box. The lead would hold until the 85th minute when Blake Wagner delivered the equalizer for Carolina. Railhawks able to steal a point on the road. The lead would hold until the 85th minute when Blake Wagner delivers the equalizer for Carolina. Railhawks steal a point on the road, a 1-all draw. San Antonio at Minnesota now. Check this out. Here's your goal of the week. 8th minute when Zurab Siskoritze blasts one from 65 yards out. What a goal. Absolutely stuns Minnesota. Well, take another look at this thing. This is just remarkable. Second time in his career he's hit one from beyond the midline. Look at it. Everybody just looking around saying, what in the world's going on? Goalkeeper was off his line. It goes in. Just perfect. That match would end in a 2-all draw. So here is the league table after this past week's action. Cosmos on top. They could have really separated themselves had they won, but a draw, they get 1 point. So now at 8 points, they have a point lead on Tampa Bay. Then Fort Lauderdale, Indy, despite the fact they've won only once, same deal for Atlanta. Draws could be a very big key in the spring race. You see the Armada there in 9th place. They've played just 3 matches, so all these teams on this page, with the exception of the Ottawa Fury, have played 3 matches. Ottawa's played 4, so they're the team in the most trouble right now. A victory at home by the Armada would be a very, very big one this week for Jacksonville. Now let's head to Bob's Boot Room, presented by Nike. Here are Bob Veal and Krissty Andaur.
Thank you, Cole. Bob, let's talk a little bit about the match against the Rowdies on Saturday. There were some good things and some not so good things, so take us through that.
Yeah, I thought the new formation, for me, worked pretty well with 3 at the back. So let's look at that formation in practice and a couple of attacking moves we made, playing from the back again, but with only 3. However, Scaglia does drop back into that formation when needed. So let's look at a clip, the first one. This is playing from the back. It's a long ball up, and I think Boehner is the one who cuts this one out to the right there to Trejo. I thought Trejo played really well. And this is playing from the back, just knocking it around. Good turn then. And Jamal Johnson, look at this great run, and I think he slots the ball through to Flores. There, Flores runs out on the left, and bad cross. So a great move down the left, right out of defense, bad cross. It's that last ball. Let's look at another clip here. This is playing from the back as well. And this is their corner, which comes in, and I think Boehner this is.
No, it's Trejo.
There, yep. Boehner clears it to Trejo. Trejo makes this great run, and that's what he's good at. He's fast with the ball, and then slides it out
to
Pascal out on the right. Pascal puts it in the middle, and it's a bit of a jumble there, but Jamal Johnson gets on it and clips it into the net. We saw playing from the back pay off for us with a goal.
Absolutely.
And then I think we had a lot of possession that first half.
That first half
should have been so much better. And the second half we came out and possessed again. A lot of possession in the second half. And that last couple of minutes in
the last
overtime
7 minutes of that match,
where we should have won it.
Nail biting.
We pressurized, we were determined. So let's look at that last 30 seconds or so. It's a cross in here from the right. They didn't clear it there very well, and Scaglia gets on the end of this. What a great save that was. Scaglia put it to the ground, and they're not finished yet. Another big cross, another great save over the top.
Scaglia again.
Scaglia, both those, and this was Matt Pickens, the reserve goalkeeper, made those two great saves in the last seconds of the game, which should have really put us into the lead.
Thank you so much, Bob. The Armada are back at home tomorrow as they look to gain 3 points against the San Antonio Scorpions. Cole?
All right, thanks, guys. Straight ahead, we'll ask our analysts what they think of the new Armada formation and see if it's going to be back around at home. Stick around. More Armada Kickoff straight ahead.
The Armada Social Rewards program is a great way to stay connected with the team via social media. Just go online at armadasocialrewards.com, create an account, and start earning free gifts like jerseys, scarves, and even tickets to future matches. Each week, we pick a random winner, and congratulations to Rafael Pallet. You've won 2 tickets to the Armada match against Indy 11. And now let's head over to the roundtable presented by Subway. Cole?
Players that you can switch around, and we're going to be very strong.
We saw a lot of different players, a lot of different lineups.
All right, thank you, Krissty. Analyst Roundtable, we've got David Hayes, Andy Kidd. The Armada broke out a new formation last week. Maybe it's a 3-4-3 or a 3-3-1-3. Did you like it? Did it do what it should have done? Andy, let's start with you.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, actually. I mean, I think, we've created chances. We put pressure on the Tampa Bay back four, forced some turnovers in their defensive third, which created chances for us. And you got Pascal on the field, too. So you got a much more, I guess, high-octane offense going forward with him on the field.
Yeah, it was a great formation change. I think we got Million in, we got Flores, Johnson, Cato on the field, and that's what we're hoping to see. And I think we did a good job. I mean, we went away with that formation, a new formation. We went away, and I thought we dominated the run of play.
Yeah, 22 shots would tell you that. Would you stick with it?
I would. I think it was good. I mean, it was a good approach. I would be hesitant because we've given up 6 goals in 3 games to go on the road with that formation, even though we had a stellar game against them. But I think we might still need to just start getting clean sheets first.
Good formation for a home match then.
Absolutely. You got your home fans behind you, but you've got to make a little bit of adjustment defensively. You've got to try and make an adjustment. We're giving up too many goals and too many soft goals. We got to make them earn it a little bit more. But it does create a lot of chances going forward, and it's fun to watch.
How big is Saturday's match against San Antonio?
It's huge. In my opinion, you can't overstate the importance of this match because it's such a short spring season. This season, 10-game season, we can't afford to get 0 points at home. We really need 3.
Yeah, David?
Yeah, we've gotten 0 points on the road. We need to start getting points at home, especially against a team that's right now at the bottom of the table. It's a must-win.
Amazing the defending champs find themselves at the bottom of the table. Specifically, what do you want to see from Jacksonville against San Antonio?
I just want to see a clean sheet. I want to just find a way that we can, not give up any goals, and then just, and obviously get a goal. But the first thing I want to see is just the first step of getting no goals allowed.
Well, if you don't give up a goal, you're not going to lose. We know that, Andy.
Right. And in the preseason, I remember us sitting here talking about, we need to find a way to score. We need to find a way to score. That hasn't been the issue at all in the regular season. The issue in the regular season is we're giving up too many goals. So we got to find a way to limit the chances for the other team.
David Hayes, Andy Kidd, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Speaking of great goals, we have the goals of the month of April coming up. See every Armada goal from the first 3 matches. Stick around. There's more Armada Kickoff straight ahead. The single match tickets are available. Saturday's match, next Saturday's match as well. Both expected to be sellouts on match day. So I wouldn't wait until the last minute. Get your tickets ahead of time before you head to Community First Park. Tickets start at just $14 per match. Call 844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com.
The Armada players are very active on social media, and it's really a great way to stay connected with them. Matt Boehner visited the ladies of the chat on Channel 12 this past week to talk soccer and, well, of course, stomp some grapes. Marcos Flores Instagrammed a photo from the match against the Rowdies and how proud he is to be a part of the Armada. Brock Foster, a fan from Tampa, displayed his Armada flag loud and proud. Section 904 gave their thanks to the Rowdies and their supporters group, Ralph's Mob. And let us not forget the owner of the Armada, Mr. Mark Frisch, who shared his sincere admiration to all Armada fans, including Section 904.
Our coverage of the Armada against the defending champion San Antonio Scorpions begins Saturday at 7 o'clock live from Community First Park. Kickoff at 7:30. Remember, you can always get the very latest on the Armada online at armadafc.com and on radio. The Armada Soccer Show Friday at 3 on Sports Radio 930. And with the Armada Monday podcast, every Monday, Bob and I rehash the previous weekend's game. You can find that on armadafc.com. And if you want to make a difference in the community, the Blood Alliance is holding a blood drive before the match at the pre-match party from 4:30 until 7. It's a great way for you to contribute. So we look forward to seeing you out at Community First Park on Saturday.
It's also been an exciting start to the NASL season, and the Armada are proving that they can score with the best of them. Here's a taste of the goals of the month. You can see them in all of the Armada videos on their YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us. I'm Krissty Andaur.
And I'm Cole Pepper. Thanks a lot. See you next time.